Lost Temple. Up here. Next FreeSaGA.
Let's FreeSaGA!
See, I was right. Down here at the bottom left.
Artosis.
Artosis. MYM Artosis. Don't forget that. MYM, of course, rooting Artosis along here.
It's really great for international teams to support players that are playing in Korea, as the Korean StarCraft scene is phenomenal. We can only expect even better things moving into with StarCraft 2. You got the full support of Blizzard, full support of GOM TV, and a lot of other organizations.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And this is just the beginning. It's just going to get bigger, better, and ballerer.
I can't wait to be talking to my mom about the most recent StarCraft game.
I can't wait, man. Get everybody to tune in. By the way, special thanks to our sponsors at Intel and TG Sambo. Without these sponsors, this wouldn't be possible. So we really do appreciate that. Please show your support show your love on the GOM forums.
We have a 12 gig coming out for FreeSaGA. That might be a little bit early, or is that pretty standard in Protoss versus Zerg?
Oh, that's pretty standard, actually.
Pretty standard, okay. I know in Terran you might build it a little bit later to try to get out an extra probe or two.
Yeah. I know. Well, I mean, sometimes you can see people 10-gate, but what they're doing is they're rushing hardcore, or something crazy like Pylon and 7. So
we're not seeing any super early aggression from either player, but very similar to last game.
Now remember, as I've said before in these casts, the burden here is, of course, Artosis will expand here, and our Protoss player, I'm going to say next FreeSaGA. Next, that's what I was worried about. FreeSaGA is going to expand here, but the question is, where do you get the third base? I mean, Zerg always wants to have one base ahead of their opponent. Where do you get it here? Do you take an island? You're going to have to expand to one of these far-out regions, so that's going to be the tough thing. And this probe is having a seizure. Look at him. He's
doing
flipping out.
He's dance before he dies.
That's right.
And he's got some minerals that he did he steal those minerals? Did he bring them all the way from home?
I don't know. I would hope he stole it. It would make no sense for him to mine minerals and then go across the map.
The exchange rate, just bring from the Protoss base to the Zerg base.
That's right.
Isn't worth it.
It's not good at all. That's how you get ripped off. The Lings are out. We see again, like before, hallway building right here. The Zealot will be here, and that'll make a complete wall in with these structures. Second gas has been taken. So, unlike the last game where Artosis stole his opponent's gas and made the warp gate rush much weaker, this time around it's not the case.
And he's full production from both of those refineries. Sorry, assimilators. Protoss called it.
No, I've been doing that so much, man.
We're humans here. We can call him by the human name.
Yeah. We have the sentry coming out, very standard. Warp gate on the way. Hatchery. And of course, standard opening here for our Artosis. Check out MYM's site. Support MYM. It's actually my MYM. I believe it's .com or .net. I'm sorry, I should know that, but that's the team site.
If you do a Google for Meet Your Makers, you're definitely going to get the site as well. So
that's
it's a very big international team.
Yep.
As well as Team Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, Meet Your Makers has been around for a while. Yeah, EG is those guys are good.
And next is one of the bigger Korean teams.
Yeah.
One of their better players, Next Genius, who's been making some waves in the Korean ladder.
Here we go. We got creep tumors coming out. Creep tumor timing here important.
And the layer going up before he gets any sort of roach warren or anything else.
Here we get the attack ground upgrade. So he's going to do that sneaky thing where you edge out with cannons and try to take a nexus, I presume. +1 attack is on the way. He does have the sentries out here. Artosis.
Getting those cannons out is going to be great for getting off this expansion, but also once the Zerg player sees that you're investing so much in photon cannons, they feel a little bit more safe to expand themselves a second or third time.
So then that's going to be the big question we got to ask Artosis is where do you expand on a map where getting into third base in these positions is so hard to pull off?
You can be very aggressive and take that gold, but you're so close that as soon as the Colossus comes out, you can actually put the Colossus up on the cliff over the gold and destroy the mineral line. So he might be trying to go for a hidden expansion or just doing a 2-base play. We'll have to see.
Here we go with the ground upgrade, level 1.
And the Spire is coming out for Artosis. He's going for some quick...
This is smart. I like this.
Quick Mutalisk, yeah.
Because, first of all, you can always be active while using Mutalisks. You can always fly around, pick off probes, and pick off other units. And he's going to have to get a third base, so if he expands somewhere like here, he can make sure that that's never scouted. He can take out probes or any other unit like that. Plus, it's going to force the Protoss to get cannons. Note here, his like this cannon, yeah, that's great, the defense against roaches and hydralisks, but honestly, you're going to need to have cannons here, you're going to need to have cannons here, and it's going to force him to spend some serious defense.
2 Stargates are coming out here for the Protoss player.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Phoenix here.
That's interesting.
Those Phoenixes are very strong against Mutalisks as far as their attack versus light armor.
You can just never engage them.
Yeah.
Because they can, like, fly, you can shoot backwards.
They can shoot while they're flying, which is a very unique ability for StarCraft units.
It's like the Vulture of the Sky.
Vulture of the Sky that requires 0 micro.
That's true. Well, this could be bad. I don't believe there's any way the Protoss could have known that he's going to go for a Spire, so I guess this is kind of a coin flip counter.
And Artosis is going for Flyer attack level 1, so he's definitely going to be investing a lot into these Mutalisks.
What is this? Why do you do that?
He's built 6 Mutalisks so far, unless he just canceled some. No, 5 Mutalisks are out, and they're going to go for some harassment.
But we see charging Phoenixes on the way out. Now remember, if he loses the Mutalisks, he's going to lose the Overlords next.
Yep.
First they came from my Mutalisks. Then they came from my Overlords.
He's only got 2 Queens, so he doesn't even have the ground-to-air defense that he's going to need. But can he do enough damage here before the Mutalisks get taken out? Ooh, it's going to be very close.
That is how ridiculous the Phoenix is. Is he got to get it, though? He might get one. He's getting a lot of probes here.
He's already lost 1 Mutalisk. There goes another. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. All the Mutalisks are down for Artosis. This is not looking good. Both Phoenixes are still up.
He did get a considerable amount of probes there, but here's this expansion. Now, Phoenixes can scout that pretty easily.
They can scout it, and they have the ability to lift up those drones that are mining and just pick them off.
Yeah, or the Queens, which is even scarier.
Ooh, yeah. But here he's going to do some harassment on the Overlords, try to supply block Artosis and prevent him from building any more units. 4 Mutalisks out there, but not sure if that's going to be enough.
He's got to use the Queens wisely here. And bait the... oh, nice. See, that's what you can do. You can use this ability, the gravitation beam, to pick up these ground units. Then the other Phoenixes take them out. So, I mean, it can be pretty bad. And he spots the expansion.
Ooh, this is not good for Artosis. He's invested so much into these Mutalisks, which are pretty easily countered by the growing Phoenix numbers and the hidden expansion. Yeah.
And
here goes a Queen. But he drops the Queen so he can get away without losing any units. Let those shields regenerate so they can come back with full force again and do even more damage later. The creep is expanding across the map, which might make it pretty easy for Artosis to move out with... is he getting any Hydralisks here, or is he sticking to Mutalisks?
Looks like he's just getting an additional hatchery in his main.
Infestors are coming out. They might be able to...
now, that would be fungal growth.
Yeah, that would be very big if he can get some nice fungal growths on a good portion of those Phoenixes.
Now he's taking straight to Robotics Bay, so he's going to get Colossus. Now, if he does get off a fungal growth, he could actually kill off all of these. Again, another Queen gets sniped here.
And he gets a fungal growth on 5 of the Phoenixes. One still running around, but the Mutalisks are able to do a damage without the Phoenixes running away. A lot of damage, but there it goes.
There's just not enough Mutalisks. Oh, this is painful to watch.
Both Infestors are going down. He has some clutch heals there on the Infestors, keeping them alive. Hopefully they can live to fungal growth again. It does not look like it.
The Queens are taken out, actually. There's only 3 Phoenixes left. It's such a weird game we're seeing here.
3 Phoenixes, but now
look at
the Protoss player is switching over to a ground-based army like he was doing last game.
Yeah.
The economies are actually very close, even though Artosis is up a base. Now the Phoenixes are doing some harassment to that lower expansion. Just making sure it doesn't do anything.
Artosis is having a hard time spending his money. I hate to see my nerd suffer like this. That's my nerd out there. Oh well. Maybe people will buy his shirts. He's not gonna win that. Not gonna win that prize money. All right, he is getting the adrenal glands, so he can make a ton of lings. That could be a surprise for the Protoss. But there's a Colossus too. Now we have noticed that next FreeSaGA occasionally attacks prematurely. And this is a lot of lings, actually, if he gets a nice surround. But remember, there's
a lot
force
of lings
field.
And a lot of spine crawlers. Oh,
and he does get
great
those lings.
force fields.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Just covering those stalkers in a blanket of force field, not allowing those lings in. Do not want those bed bugs to bite.
I like that one. I like that one. Not want those bed bugs to bite. Artosis is just getting slain, it looks like. This is brutal. Oh, but he is getting Ultralisks. Ultralisk morphine in here. Second colony wall can't stay around forever, but...
And another thing about those Ultralisks that a lot of people don't know is they can actually walk through the force fields, completely negating their usefulness. So what just happened will not happen again. However, will it come out in time?
I know, there's not much time left here. Here's an Ultralisk. Here we go. Here comes the Ultralisk.
The lings are getting in the way of the Ultralisk, so they can't do what I was just talking about. But now they're moving in to fight the army. Is it going to be enough?
He's actually doing a ton of damage. He is chasing back the Stalkers. The Ultras now doing damage to this Colossus. There's one Colossus isolated. Of your Colossus is now gone.
Most of those Stalkers going down. He has to just warp in 5 more Stalkers back at the Protoss' expansion. But is it going to be enough to hold off these beefy Ultralisks?
Well, note, he's basically stopped getting Phoenixes. He just has these few over here. If he can switch out to Corruptors now, he can take out the Colossuses.
And he does have the 3 Phoenixes, as you were saying, just sitting there.
Actually, he's going to move right in here to the front. There's no force field here, and it doesn't matter anyways because these Ultras can clean house. Oh, man, he's actually wrecking him. He's going to go here and take out the probes. Remember, Protoss doesn't have an expansion. Meanwhile, Warp Gate rush down here at this base over here. And he's going to take the Nexus out and retreat. Very exciting moment here.
He's going to try to take out these Stalkers before they can get up the ramp, so they're not going to be usable later in the game. However, they do get up. The Immortal getting surrounded by Zerglings, not being able to do any damage to those Ultralisks. There's still 3 Ultralisks in the expansion of the Protoss player. Unfortunately,
he does retreat now. Sorry, go ahead.
Unfortunately, the warp prism, or sorry, the warp in from the harassment at the bottom base has done the damage that it's need to, and Artosis is going to be on 2 base. But it is 2 base versus 1, with the 1 base of the Protoss almost mined out.
Yeah, look at this.
This has been a really good comeback from Artosis, even if he's not able to move forward from here.
This Protoss is going to be on welfare in a second. But Artosis has done a pretty good job of mining out his base. Artosis has to secure a 3rd base. Protoss is long distance mining. That looks pretty desperate here. And is he sticking with more Colossuses? No, he's going to get Immortals. He's decided that's the best way to handle the Ultralisks. And the question for Artosis is, what is Artosis' unit mixture going to be? And he's going to switch in a Hydralisk. That's really smart.
Really smart. And also, if you notice that he's getting the Zerg melee attack level 3, these Ultralisks are going to do a ridiculous amount of damage.
Oh, spotted. And I think you can see Artosis it's decided that this location is where he's going to set up his new base because it's gold, it's far away, it's hard to get to, and actually he's going to double expand.
And he's got the ground force to be able to prevent those Stalkers and Immortals from getting out to that expansion. Hopefully he can make sure he scouts a little bit better so he doesn't get any a pylon warp-in harassment like he just did for his last expansion.
This is so close. He's got so many lings. I feel like I'm watching StarCraft 1. With the crackling upgrade.
Yeah.
But
they do so much damage with level 3.
Yeah.
Which isn't quite out yet, but it's on its way.
He's going Void Rays. Now that's not going to be good for him because Void Rays are not good against Hydralisks, assuming that Artosis.
Not at all. But what really can he do in this situation with the Ultralisk force out and so many lings? Artosis is actually on 134 supply versus 91.
Damn.
With almost equal worker count, so that's actually, and what you see is what you get with the army size.
Yeah, no kidding. And plus, take a look here, triple expanding, and I don't know, he may be overextending himself here. I mean, that's pretty.
He may be, but with such a large force right now, with so many, so much of an upgrade advantage, he might be okay.
I feel like the Void Ray choice was a bit random here.
Yeah, he had to do something with those Stargates.
Okay.
Oh.
Don't worry, Hydralisks are so slow. Oh!
Very nice timing there by Artosis. Able to pick off 2 of those Phoenixes, making that last Phoenix almost useless without his buddies there to pick up the enemies.
Well, this is just getting bad here for the Protoss. The Protoss can't get out of his base. Artosis, he's coming back.
He has.
That's my nerd.
He's done a great job.
That's my nerd.
Game.
He's coming back.
What's definitely great about a series of 3 is you might lose the first game, which makes the second game a little bit harder, but you know you still have that chance. And if you can do well in that second game, moving into the third is going to be, you're going to be on great footing, you're going to be feeling really good. So as long as you can keep collected.
Oh, it's going to get this Void Ray.
Be able to take out the Void Ray. Yes,
nice.
He did.
What does Protoss have now? 4 Void Rays. There's actually a Void Ray going through the head of the Colossus. It's like a piercing. It's like a piercing. It's like a pretty extreme piercing.
It's actually a double Void Ray. So he's got 2 Colossus, 2 Void Rays. One of the Colossus is only at half health, although full shields. But I don't think the armor size from the Protoss is going to be able to hold off Artosis if he's going to attack anytime soon.
Let's see the unit counting station. Does he have sentries? He doesn't have any sentries, so he can't force field the
But
links.
even if he did,
that's true. What am I saying? The Ultras would
so he had to move completely away from sentries, which was one of the saving graces for Protoss in the early game.
But even the Guardian shield something. I mean, the amount of damage. Okay, he's got his bases up. He's mining. Mo money.
He has not saturated the expansion. Well, the bottom 2 expansions are saturated, excuse me. But the right one is not saturated yet. However, his income is almost double the Protoss. His army size is also very good. We might have an engagement right here. The Lings are moving in without the Hydras. Now come the Hydras.
The Colossus are doing a lot of damage here, but the Ultralists have gotten in there, and the rest of these ground forces.
Stalkers completely melts.
Oh my God, that might be GG.
Oh wow.
Oh my God. Okay, I think that's checkmate. Yeah, he's got a Twilight Council. That was about 100 years late. He's going to make Dark Templars. He's got Corruptors now, too. Artosis looking good. Nope, this is a very good strategy. Moving the Overlords over here to the islands, putting creep at the expansions. That way, you can't even if you get it up probe there, you can't build there.
Building codes for the Protoss army did not work on creep, as you were saying. But look, Artosis is going to move in for the killing blow here. Those Corruptors taking down the Colossus very quickly. The Ultralists taking out everything else on the ground. The Immortals holding the ramp, but not against the Lings, and that is GG.
There it is, GG.
Artosis has come back. We're moving on to Game 3.
Artosis.
Looking smug
you
there.
handsome nerd. Oh, he's got a little smile.
He knows that he was
destroyed.
He was in a rough situation, but he definitely stayed calm and came back.
There we go, Artosis for the win. Oh, yeah. And, oh my God, we have a state. I just knocked over part of the set trying to pick up my Artosis sign. Artosis got to be feeling pretty good about that. And you see he's looking at the camera. Wow, that was an interesting game because it looked like he was so screwed when the Phoenixes came out. So there we go. Show my Artosis sign again. Show my support. Artosis' girlfriend made that for me. I have no artistic talent at all. Damn, that was a pretty crazy game. Now, what's funny is that Zerg had air dominance, so Artosis was on the ropes that whole time. Fungal growth got enough of the Phoenixes, and because the Protoss wasn't paying enough attention to having air dominance, he switched straight into Colossus. And we're actually going to get this started, but I'll talk about this when the game gets going, because it's going to start in 2 seconds, so I can't finish my thought.